Hello, fellow adventurers, and welcome to the weekly recap. We will go over last week's episode 5 and some updates. So let's cue intro. All right, welcome back. Sorry, it's a little delayed today. I was supposed to get this done yesterday, but yeah, I had to go and get the vaccine. So yeah, my arms my arms kind of sore from feeling it now. So, but yeah, I just had quite a busy day yesterday, juggling stuff around, and yeah, better get it done now than prolonging it for Thursday. So, yeah, welcome. Last week was a very a slow episode because yeah, there was no battles that happened on the episode. It was more of shopping, but yeah, we did have a little bit action at the beginning. But anyways, where we left off last week was basically we arrived to the caverns and we basically rested the night before we proceeded when we went into the caverns that Jade and Quintus scouted ahead and uh, found where the hunter is that we went into to rescue. But in doing so, we also awakened the blighted mother who started chasing us down. Uh, Her blightlings had us trapped. Jade was able to get through it, but to the demise of Quintus, the Blighted Mother was able to throw a webbing that entangled him and trapped him with the Blightlings. So it wasn't looking too good in that point. Quintus basically uh, died, but through his deity or through some divine power, he was resurrected once again. And yeah, Jade and also Evie had become unconscious during the battle with the Blightlings and also a second wave of undead troglodytes. So it was a long and hard fought battle where we just basically just survived within just few few hit points. So between me and Quintus and Yuna, having to deal with one of her fears, which was fire or uh, bringing up a past experience that that didn't do that gave her quite a fear with that experience. So, anywho, yeah, just a little tired. So, probably a little side effects from the Pfizer vaccine. So, but anywho, yeah, let's get started on the recap. But yeah, last week wasn't able to play some World of Warcrafts on on Saturday. Michi was busy. I tried to play a little bit, but then it's a lot funner when you're playing with friends. So I just leveled up once, but yeah, just probably didn't do a long session like I did 2 Saturdays ago. So hopefully we'll be able to connect this coming Saturday and play some World of Warcraft. But anywho, yeah, let's get started with the weekly recap. So uh, we ended off last episode where uh, we basically survived, all right, and that we went on to check on the status of Lysander, the hunter who served Yuna and Evie pancakes, and me and Quintus, I think we Quintus and Jade just got porridge or oatmeal. So yeah, let's see. Let's get started here. So yeah, basically we were a lot of this episode here was basically checking out the situation with the hunter. He was basically still unconscious, but he was afflicted with the blight, the blue oozing fluid that was seen my on Jade's blighted amulet during the troglodyte battle, but also as well, on the wolf that way back in the first episode where we were talking with the council on the situation of blight, what it was doing with the wildlife in the area, and uh, this is the first time we've seen it on a humanoid being. So yeah, we saw that. We believe that the blighted mother or the blightlings bit into Lasanther, and that venom or that fluid is going through his veins. So with Jade and Quintus really low on HP, Jade tried to convince the group uh, to hurry back to Elsgard due to having no potions, unable to heal for the day, and also uh, the condition and the situation with Lassanter. So uh, we found like a middle ground where uh, Quintus and Jade will stay back and just look after the hunter while Yuna and Evie's scout the rest of the cave. So let's fast forward. And also, just letting you guys all know, also, I've added the text box on. Hopefully, you guys see way over to the right side of the screen because in previous streams that wasn't being seen because it was only the full screen. But obviously, there's no fun if you can't see the roles and the skill checks. So added that into the stream, and probably what I'll do for the upcoming episodes, especially this coming Friday, is just zoom in a lot closer to the map so that you can see what's happening there also. But yeah, for in the meantime, yeah, this is. you'll be able to see the rolls now, and that should add a little bit more excitement to the gameplay. Also, what we added to in episode 5, but obviously we didn't have any battles. That we added we hidden the health status of each party member, so you can only see your own, but you cannot see your teammates' HP. So it gives that a little part where you have to decide. Each one of us have to decide. Each one of us have to communicate if the other party member needs healing, needs some sort of assistance. Uh, like here, we can see my stats for myself, but I definitely cannot see the stats of or the situation of the other members. So all we can probably do is out of character extract that number and basically hopefully help them out. But yeah, I mean, it goes with the territory. We will never know people's situations or their conditions unless we communicate with each other. So that's just a little added something different that we added to the gameplay. So you probably see that more often, where we communicate a little bit more on how are you doing, Evie? How are you doing, Jade, Yuna, Quintus? Do you need healing? And it's up to them to respond. So, anyways, here on the so hopefully you guys like that. So here on this session and the recap, we did find in that center web a piece of what was that called? Let's see. I would like to say plaque, but then
Give me a perception check.
actually it's a little bit further down.
Oh, thank God.
A tablet, I believe. Yeah, sorry, a tablet.
Evie. The eggs are kind of set up around and against a stone tablet.
Eve is
There you go.
coward. She
So
approaches
it
the
was.
eggs cautiously.
So we had a stone tablet there. Evie and Yuna had to move up. Now the also the problem here is that like I said, I would be with the character, but obviously with our group splitting up, in order for you guys to see what's happening on the screen, I had to move my character closer so that you can see the situation. Because also at the same time, without cannot seeing what the other character's health and status is, we do not. Uh, each character can only see within their field of vision, so they can't see where my character, how far my character went ahead, especially in this cavern. So as you can see, the black area is the areas that my character can see, and especially with me having dark vision, that they were able to, see a little bit. Uh, More through this darkened cavern. So right now, Yuna has a torch on her, so Evie and her are able to see, represented by the yellow area there at the bottom. So it's being masked because of my dark vision that can see 60 feet away. So, anyway, here Evie was able to with a nice roll of 19 or 27 to her perception, she was able to uh, uh, take the amulet, destroy the remaining blightling eggs, and basically discuss, with the what is on the tablet here. But yeah. we secured another session, another clue, another hint on where for us to proceed forward. Anywho, let me also check if this is being if our sound's good. Let me give me 1 second for. All right, I think we're good there. Okay, so sounds just going through. Anywho, if you guys are once again joining me, please hashtag live in the comments or hashtag replay if you're watching this right after. If you are watching this on Facebook, please head over to streamyard.com/Facebook so I will be able to see your comments. Right. So, and we have fellow uh, teammate KitKat joining us. Welcome. Who plays the jungle guardian slash assassin Yuna. Welcome. So yeah, it was. Let's see. Recap again. Yeah. So they both were able to secure the tablet, and the four of us with Lasanther basically were able to start making our way back. Now, the funny part here I forgot to mention is uh, I think Evie had some remaining charge to heal, so or we tried our best to stabilize the center and to the reaction to the observations of Yuna, she performed her version of healing by utilizing her illusion and basically uh, uh, putting illusion on Lasanther and covering up the the blight that was physically present on Lasanther. So yeah, that was her understanding of what or our versions of healing was. So that was funny, funny situation. But at the same time, I think it also gave Jade an ideal, especially heading as we try to get Lasseter back to the village. So, all right, let's fast forward. Let's see where we are. So yeah, so we started heading back. Me, Quintus, and Jade and Quintus started carrying Lasanther back and head back to and past the blighted mother, where here we had to stop for a bit so that I think Quintus gave a little kick. One last strike on the blighted mother for that pain and torment she and her blightlings have put us through. So, especially Quintus. So yeah, we proceeded further back into the back to the entrance of the caverns. All right, let's see, and headed back to the altar here, where we happened to experience a glow, I guess, on the sacrificial uh, stone there, or I guess table, the one that you see with all the bloods, uh, where we passed it with Lasanther, and it came to discussion on if they wanted to proceed with the sacrifice to get more information. Obviously, Lysander wasn't in any good shape at all, and it might have came to a situation that he wouldn't even survive this trek back to Elsgard. So we did have a lengthy conversation here, I think.
Of a church or worships a deity. Yes,
Worships the
sir.
queen. Actually, did not think that she did. She worships the queen, basically.
Okay, never mind then.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just think whatever this is, it wants to sacrifice.
The thing about it, she got her little cute, well, a very powerful sword.
So we did also discuss in this portion of who the deities, religion, Evie's story. Who's she's trying to prove herself to the queen that she serves, and hopefully becomes part of the special. Well, be part of officially be part of the Grey Maidens, where she can be part of the what do you call the core security of the queen, right? So uh, it was not more of being the religion that she serves, or the queen is devoted to, but more of uh, having in good graces, and showing her worth to the her queen, and I believe you would like to call the royal guard of the queen. So we did decide that we
Sword
will
because she's curious and
proceed
touch things with, that she probably shouldn't have touched. Now she's very tempted to touch.
proceed forward with saving Lysander. We did move forward south in the caverns to see uh, um, what else is in the caverns. Jade and Quintus laid Lysander on the tables here. They did find rotting beds up north here. Didn't really find anything there. Also, there was, I believe, to say there was a master bedroom back there, and obviously, like I said, you're only seeing what is on my screen. So here, where you can see Evie and Yuna just kind of like disappear off the screen, but there's another room there, but obviously it's only within my 60 feet field of vision. So like in true life, you're not at the event or the venue or the place, and obviously you won't know or see what has happened. So um, I had to move my character to and zoom in where so you can see me like right up there in north, but let's just say that I'm still with Quintus with Lysander. So Evie and Yuna search the bed, these chambers here in the cavern. They did find a couple of items in the chest here. They did manage to, I think, find a music box, and I think they succeeded in removing. I think there was.
Yes. Yeah, but you wrote the dependency for your commands.
Alright. Uh,
to say so. Yuna did
Jade Wind.
very well in her role.
That's very nice.
In here. He's got Paris.
I'm just glad it's not Evie. I'm just glad it wasn't me.
I was like, is this happening again?
I mean, we don't know out of character, so I'm not gonna.
Also, you know what? I wouldn't mind if it happened again because we never got to see it happen. So, still like an unknown little plot point we can still experience.
So a little
Imagine what kind of buff they would have given the guy.
tidbit there.
It wouldn't be a buff. It would have been probably bring it gone. That would kill us
This
all
is our
instantly.
second round in this campaign. All of our
Still sacrificing.
our first characters all
I don't
No.
know. I don't even know what would happen.
our first characters what's it TPK'd in round 1. So in this part of the storyline, especially this caverns, 3 of us were me playing Jade, Chris who's playing Quintus, and Ambur who's playing Evie were part of this campaign. So KitKat joined us right after this when we finished this cavern. She replaced another member, Akar, I think played by Loud Mike. You can check out his Twitch channel. He plays various Dungeons and Dragons, various tabletop RPGs. So you can see his channel on Twitch, Loud Mike, and then just check it out. So anywho, so this part of basically we didn't. I know KitKat was able to get up to speed on what has happened because what they found here was a music box, and let's see, no, a music box, and inside the music box there was a photo of 5 people, and 4 of the 5 people were people that Evie and Yuna recognize. 2 of them being Brock and Rose from the Troll and Rose Tavern back in Elsgard. So there's a little bit more to this picture. So what they did was after the music played, I believe there's a marking that was placed on Yuna's hand. So we believe that she was enchanted or marked, or it could be anything, cursed or charmed from this music box. So I believe they left the music box there and they took the photo back with them. So I think the next question and next thing for them to find out more regarding this and regarding the mark is talk to Rose and Brock when they get back to Wellsguard. All right, so let us fast forward. So once again, you can check out the videos, the full session. There's a link in the description, and you can watch the entire episode 5. So let's see. Under's math will be like jaw drop. Are we having this conversation?
They just had that conversation.
You just see all you just see is his eyes light up. That's it.
Oh boy.
Yeah, so I look at the link.
Yuna dies.
Yeah, we,
Passes out.
here, it's probably up,
The thing-
all the way up
The
here.
only thing about it is I'm really not too worried about this because the fact that I really had no way to avoid this other than just not coming in here Makes you feel like
But Evie, or Yuna,
Here we can hear the music.
so
Oh my god. He arches his brow, looking at it, and looks at Yuna.
Yuna's probably never seen a fucking music box before, so she would have dropped it. She
Yeah, and Evie tried to catch it before it hit the ground. And then she has enough reflexes for that, but she'll catch it before it falls. It's a music box.
A what?
It plays music.
Oh, like the piano.
Yes. It's a tiny piano in the box.
even more terrifying, more, but Evie, or Yuna, one thing that was probably more terrifying for you is there are people in that box.
Oh yeah.
There's a photograph.
Oh my fucking
You don't know what photography is.
Fuck.
Maybe Evie does, probably. Kind of in the city.
Oh yeah.
Are they playing the piano?
Evie fights a smile.
Oh,
Like her face, like that's
KitKat, your character's awesome. So yeah, basically, she believes. I think Yuna believes that there are 5 little people that are playing the music inside the music box, but I think it's either probably the first time, one of the few times that she's seen a photograph. So yeah, just a little another layer of character development, yeah, through Yuna. So thanks KitKat for that. All right, so they were able to grab the picture. Me and Quintus did hear the music coming from that side, and they filled us in on the photo that they saw, that Rose and Brock and a couple of the patrons of the Crow and Rose was in the picture of 5 of them. So there was one person that was that they never met. So probably the reason of asking is the marking that was placed on Yuna's hand, that I think they'll find more answers back at the village, back at the tavern. So we continue on in our cavern, and obviously there's more searching happening in this cavern. And Evie wanted to search the cavern a little bit more, and yet to her demise, she triggered a trap, and she did make the body save there. As you can see, she rolled a 7 for a total of 11, and received had some damage due to I believe 2 blades coming down on her. So yeah, obviously now at this point my character was being controlled by Quintus, so I wasn't able to find out what's more into that room. So let's say that Evie went in to check more, but didn't find anything of interest to didn't find anything that she found interesting. So because obviously there was what you call it, there was a trap placed on there, so obviously that a trap is there to protect something valuable, but I guess it either got looted ahead of time, and yeah, there wasn't nothing good that she could have found. So, but speaking of that happening, let's just say that happened the second time. But it's a little bit different. It was Chris's character Magmars, yet again scouting ahead, and to his demise, he triggered the trap as well. So Chris and myself didn't say anything, right? So we already knew what was going to happen, right? But we didn't say. We'll just we let her experience, and like I said, it was different. Evie got the two knives coming, blades coming down and damaging her. Chris had rubble fall on top of him when we came through this cavern for the first time. So yeah, he triggered rubble rocks as the trap when he didn't make high enough body save uh, or to avoid the rocks. So at this point, we come to the entrance of the cavern. It was raining, but it was a very unique uh, rain or storm.
2 days.
It's a
Okay.
it's a tier 2 magic talent.
5 XP per day.
I was for day. Well, it'd be 10 days. Ooh, fun.
So I think it was called a mana storm.
5 XP per day. Takes quite a time. Yes, the mana storm.
There you go.
You can roll me Arcana or Nature to identify with enemies.
Oh Jesus, my luck ran out.
She got hit by a blade.
Oh, nature. Hold up. Yes.
Okay, Quintus and Jade. You guys know what mana storms are. You've heard of them. We haven't even seen them before. They're magical storms. Surprise, surprise. However, the thing about them is during and after a mana storm, you can sometimes collect a special material called mana dust.
Manifest.
It is on the materials page.
So here was, especially, things happen really fast. You don't, especially what they say in sports, things happen really fast. High speed, and the reaction time. You have to just act on reflexes, act on conditioning. But obviously, this mana storm was placed for a reason to slow us down on the journey. Obviously, if it wasn't there, I think all of us would hustle back as fast as we can back to Elsgard to just basically help out Lasanther on his conditioning. But obviously, Lexxo sweetened the pot a bit, and especially for my character Jade, who utilize ingredients and material in the environment to create potions, create effects for his bombs that he I guess we all decided without thinking of the situation of Lasanther that we would want to collect mana dust, basically the residue that is left on the from a mana storm, right? So having it being more potent during the storm, but obviously with me, Jade and Quintus only having 5 HP remaining between the both of them, and Yuna and Evie are the only ones that had HP. But we did decide to camp out for 8 hours at the entrance here out of the storm, and make our trip, regular trip back. So unfortunately, this regular trip back would mean having us, I believe, 19 days to get back to Elsgard. So I think this day is right now is April 3rd, and we would arrive back to Elsgard on April 19th, so 16 days, right? So I think if we did hustle, that would gotten us there probably in a week's time. But obviously, the collecting 3 pounds of mana dust, which will help us in the next episode, which I'll unveil a little bit later on. But yeah, it on April 14th, the blight that was running through Lysander's veins started changing him, giving him plant-like features. I'm not sure to the similarities of Yuna, who is Leshy humanoid, but um, uh, that was what was developing on Monsanto. So obviously we did our best to pick up the pace as much as possible, and hopefully get back to the Hellsguard. So let's fast forward. So looks like about wow, we did spend uh, almost 45 more, uh, almost half an hour more here. So you can check the rest of the episode and on more of what we're discussing. So try to get through this as fast as possible. All right. So let's say on April 14, we were already on our way. Some development has happened to our hunter friend, and let's say we got arrived to the village, and obviously we did have a situation here. In my defense, I think I did mention at the caverns, if you know, if we can do the illusion effect just before we got to Elsgar. But obviously at this point, me and Yuna was already at the gates of Elsgar. So basically, when Jade requested for Yuna to cast her the illusion of healing on Lysander, obviously the guards took notice of that, and seen what has happened, and was suspicious of it, and told Celia, the council elder, on the ruse that was done when they were asking on the situation of our party. So obviously, in my defense, out of character, there is no seeing where the gate line is here, right? So it's just completely void. Um, but it's already in place. So obviously, to for Jade's experience, that uh, and especially in real times, people who see something that they don't fully understand, they tend to panic or act out in a way, just to either avoid the situation, avoid this flight being contagious, and yeah, it just creates fear and chaos, especially you know, let's just say people heading out to grab tons on tons of toilet paper as much as possible last year, right? So obviously this is what Jade Wind was trying to avoid because Lassanter was the first uh, to have the blight coursing through his veins, or first humanoid to be affected, or non-animal, non-creature, like to be affected by the blight. So obviously, trying to avoid the panic and trying to avoid at the same time, if it's being spreading, then we weren't planning to go inside, but trying to grab the authorities or the leadership, the council members first before to make the decision if Lassanter should enter Elsgard, or have his wounds treated outside of the gate. So, anyways, that is the what's going through Jade's mind on the situation, but obviously to a couple party members and the village elder, it is a suspicious activity on or trying to do a cover up, so to speak. So, but anyways, yeah, I mean, to Jay's defense, obviously there is no marking of where the gate is placed, and obviously uh, myself reminding them ahead of time that let's cast the illusion first before we reach the visual range of Elsgar. So, anyways, yeah, it is in play already. So, all right. So let's fast forward. So we had a conversation. We let Lassanter in because obviously we were traveling with him for 16 days, and if it was contagious, I believe Naila, the herbalist, wanted us to be quarantined first, but obviously, to the judgments of Celia, that all of us were fine. So we did, I believe, clear later that day, later that evening, and we all headed back into the Troll and Rose. So while we were in there, obviously, the first thing that we did wanted to rest for and sit down for a bit, but obviously we wanted to find out more on the marking on Yuna, or Yuna wanted to find out more on the marking on her hand. So she did approach.
100%. You know, did you say when he begins pointing out a drink for you?
I wouldn't drink, but also
Or liquor.
I just drink water. But also,
But he don't you actually you won't hear from him. He would give you a magic cup that when you hold it, it constantly refills with ice.
So she wanted to find out more on.
Nice.
That's cute,
I-
actually.
I
need
would
that in my life.
I would kind of take a few sips from the cup, and then I'll show him the picture and say, "We found this out in the caves. You're wondering if it belonged to you."
Oh, Jesus.
It happened like the last time.
And I'm curious. Why did Jay walk over? Evie walks over.
I remember. Was it
He
me?
looks. No, it was Ash. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, Ash was the last
thing
one
is,
who did it.
there was really
Yeah, late.
there's nothing non-meta that I could do to avoid that. So like I'm not
Mhm.
really.
Yeah, he did. That's fair. And so
So-
he looks at the picture, and looks at your hand, and then looks at the picture, and then looks at your hand,
Oh, geez.
and then he will turn around, grab a random bottle, take a big swig out of it, put it back. Mr. Talk the Rose.
Okay.
I like that I'm present for this part because I wasn't here for this part.
Even though you literally had the.
Yeah, my character was the one who had it.
Oh yeah, so I do remember now. So this is when we got back, especially in episode in the first round of the campaign. I played Shiro. Ambur played Ash, and yeah, Chris played Magmars. This is where we first met KitKat and her character Zarika. Um, this is where we met them. Our party member Akar in story took off with one of went on his another adventure to, I guess, either head back to the magic school that him and my character Shiro went back to report more updates, and also probably at the same time fill in the favor that he has made with Udo Ray that we met before we entered the cavern. So I believe he went on in the storyline to pay that debt, pay that favor, and separate from the three of us and forward some updates to the Magic School and also help out Uta Ray on her quest. So, and this is where we met KitKat, our wonderful female orc. I think she's also half. I don't know halfling, but anywho, yeah. I'll probably get more answers later on. But yeah, she played that character on the first campaign. I think at that point it was my second week now. So I was playing my second week, and I believe she joined me on the second week or the third week. So yeah, actually yeah, she joined us on the third because the first week Magmars died. The second week we continue on the story line and ended up there. And then yeah, third week. This is my third week when KitKat joined our crazy party of three, now four again. So yeah, and I think we were able to play together or for this round. For me, six more Friday sessions. For her, yeah, six. So six more episodes we were able to play until yeah we experience our demise in the storyline. So basically, we're starting all over again from scratch again, and actually, yeah, a lot faster than what our the first group did. But I think the first group did a little bit more role playing, a little bit more searching and and interacting on the environment a little bit more than what our group is doing. So we were a bit like 2 months faster than the previous group. So, all right. So, right. So yeah, basically he took Yuna up to to meet up with. Let's see. Here we go. So she basically talked with Rose for a bit, stating that. Yeah, we're gonna have a lot of fun here. So basically,
Would you like your picture back?
Sure, thank you.
Just slide across the table.
so basically, Rose was trying her very best to make point to Yuna that this is no ordinary human being that has come across her force, but to the delight of Yuna, that she will deal with him when that time has come. So obviously, got a little frustration there on Rose, but at the same time, it is the character that is being played, and uh, you know she did her part to warn Yuna on this that this character that is planning to uh, track her and find her and hopefully try to kill her. Here we're having the conversation with, let's say, a lot of dead air on having Yuna believe that we will come to her aid, or let's say we will be there to help defend her. So obviously, I believe at this point, because we are still new to each other. We all haven't really developed a connection and to each other. I believe all of us couldn't make that guarantee promise that we'll be there for her. But obviously, we do not know when this character will visit. And let's see. Yeah, so we don't know when this character will track Yuna, when we'll have that encounter. Obviously, when we in round one, we didn't have that encounter at all yet until we had our demise. So obviously, that is a storyline not yet fulfilled. So obviously, in the background or into the future, obviously, all four of us want to see uh, how this story plays out. So, but in character, obviously, we do not. The three of us did not hear this conversation. We are getting the conversation on what Yuna relays onto us, and at the same time, uh, Brock not having too much care. He is trying his best also to let Yuna know the severity of this, I believe, undead uh, person that is coming to kill her. That Yuna's basically not phased, especially from all her encounters of hunters or humans, or creatures passing through her forest, and having not a lot of challenges dealing with them that have bad intentions in the forest. So she has that confidence. And yeah, just having a lot of fun with it, and obviously our DM Lexxo had a lot of Joe Black dramatic pauses to find the words to find the words to say something back to Yuna, but obviously the fun words that KitKat uses to express Yuna's character, basically. Well, we'll just say we'll have more long pauses from our DM, and obviously myself included. That yeah, you can just look and just be like, yeah, that's that's our Yuna. so so yeah, basically it's gonna be a fun campaign. I myself is very excited heading out more into this, and I'm spending so much time on this system, the storyline, to really develop my character, especially just trying to be more effective in battle. Obviously, Jade, his effectiveness comes more of out of the initiative phase where he's well, not to say the only healer in the group, but probably the only one that will be able to create a supply uh, of healing potions and special effects like antitoxins for poisons and basically strength enhancements, and at the same time create fatigue removing recipes, because he part of his craft of mixing ingredients is also mixing ingredients for cooking, as uh, he also cooks, which is part of what he did back in the monastery, uh, where part of his chores of especially becoming a member of the monastery was to help out before being fully fledged into being a monk of the order of the monastery of the Four Winds. So yeah, he's his role is more of out out of the helping out in providing support in creating potions and creating uh, uh, cooking for the group on their travels, and hopefully right now building the character up uh, to last longer in the battle. So as of now the focus is on defense, and now as you can see my uh, his AC during this was 21, but after the session, this episode, we got it up to 24. So the company here basically bought more supplies. Jade made 20 potions that healed a lot more than the ones first made. So the first ones that were made were 44 plus 3 plus 5, but it should have been plus 3. The ones that he made with this batch with the mana dust and soku moss, soku grass, that we bought in the city, in the village. We were able to make 20 more potions, and and doing basically 84 plus 3, right? So and he was able to make 3 more roll on natural 20s, so obviously the time to make that got significantly reduced. So let's say that the party spent this whole day uh, shopping for more armor, making more weapons. So I believe Yuna and Yuna, Evie, and Quintus are having items made for themselves. Uh, and I think we turned in about 1,500 gold pieces worth of material. So we did manage to have the blacksmith's hand busy. I think Quintus is making a new sword from the sickle or the legs of the blighted mother. I think Evie's upgrading her armor or reforging her armor to make it a little bit stronger. And I think Yuna is, let's see.
What are the stats of the armor? Okay.
Oh, let me just type it out.
Yeah, sure.
What's doing that? Is the leopard armor thin leather or thick?
I think we're making some armor for her with the chitin that we able to salvage during our adventure. So, but now I think with that, I think they spent a lot more on Jade with 2 items that were purchased. One being the bracelet of armor that was currently available in the in one of the stores. Let's see. So that basically gave. Let's fast forward here. It's here. So it's a couple of things here. Anyways, yeah. So that was 500 gold pieces. So I was like, so yeah, I started out with 21 AC on episode 5. During our travels, was able to finish Dark, so that got it up to 22. And we did buy the bracelet of armor, which gave us +2 to AC. And I will have to find out if it does give a +1 to damage reduction. So that would got my AC up to 24. So let's see if we can find here. Trying to find it here. Okay, so anyways, that was one of the purchase made, right? And the second purchase that was made, would say, I mean, I'll be Jade Wind will be carrying it, but obviously it's for the entire party. Was a bag of cold, a bag of holding, but for cold storage. Let me pull up my character. Party items. Bag of cold storage. So it's the same as a bag of holdings, where I could carry 250 pounds worth of material that will help materials degrade slower, and let's help materials let's say last 50% longer. So the meat that we were getting, especially from the baboons and the leopards, were not lasting us a week. Especially we didn't have any preservatives on our first round out, so they were lasting probably less than a week. So with this said, especially, and the shopping is probably not over yet. I think right now we only have 136 gold pieces left. There, bracelet of 5 bracelets of armor. So that was 500 gold pieces plus 2. But I believe they did mention there's a plus 1 to damage reduction. So I'll have to check that out again. So, anywho, yeah. So the bag of storage was 300 gold pieces more. So they basically spent $800 on my character, and I'm just like, I cannot. I owe them huge. So I mean, they spent I think $160, 160 gold pieces on the material needed to make the 20 potions, and unfortunately, there's. I hate to ask that there's more, more to be bought, like especially having more salt to preserve the proteins, lemon and whatnot, to not only prolong it for 2 to 3 weeks, but to prolong it for over a month. So with the salt coating the meat and then putting it in the cold storage, then we can secure it for a month. So, and obviously the ingredients I can get from to cook with food, then obviously, and then hopefully be able to make more potions. That yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Hopefully, we can probably take a little bit more hustle trips if we need to, but obviously, we want to make sure we experience more of the vast storyline that Lexxo and the team has put before us. So, but if any case, especially when we had to hustle for the hunter, it the blighted mother didn't have a lot of time to heal, which was in our advantage. So if Jade knew that, if I knew that a little bit, a lot sooner, instead of resting for that night, I would have brewed some coffee before we headed into the caverns to just give us a pep in our step, and didn't write that on purpose, but just to remove the fatigue effect that we receive when we reach the caverns. So we probably had a lot more. They probably had a lot more damage on the blighted mothers. I believe thanks to Lysanther's attempt to be captured, and yeah, but it all plays out, and we gotta move forward, and we survive, and we learn, and we get stronger. So now we know that we can utilize coffee and some ingredients to remove the fatigue effect from our battles. So from our hustles, to basically just wake us up. So anyway, yeah, those are the two items that we bought, and hopefully they will serve us well. I do have another shopping to do to uh, buy more ingredients, more, but also hopefully we can have enough to buy more heal kits, especially for me and Evie, so that we can, especially if our potions run out, then at least we have enough heal charges to last us for, let's believe, another 2 weeks. So anywho, yeah, that ends us. We'll end it there. We'll pick it up this coming Friday, 9:15. Check it out. And at the same time, yeah, it's going to be very exciting. Hopefully, looking forward to that session. I am hoping to come out with a new move in that session. We'll see how it plays out, how the field of battle lays out in front of me, how the bracelets of armors will come in play. But I'm definitely excited and hoping to try out some new skills that Jade Wind was able to train on in last episode. So check it out. I am, let's say, bringing out anime element to my character, to that move. Hopefully, let's see if you guys will pick up on what move that is. I probably will say it out during its implementation, but that is one move that I'm hoping to that will help out because I do know that my character can damage have a 99 damage, but that came from two through a hot streak. But no, at least that is capable. But at the same time, hopefully, it will come more into play as we go through the rounds. So unfortunately, that move is at the opening round. I probably can do it more times, but that's kind of like have to develop situations for that move. So uh, there is another move that I'm developing from a video game, and I checked the XP store, and all the elements to that video game is there. So I'm hoping to bring that video, that fighting move into the game. So we'll check that out. That might not happen for quite a long time because obviously I have a wish list that I want to put priority first. Especially, we're trying to move to the next level, which is journeyman. But I have a couple of skills that I want to develop first because just to make myself a little bit more, last longer in battle. Because the last few episodes, obviously, that my character was not able to uh, either more likely became unconscious, so almost died. So basically, yeah, I having a couple of stuff since we have experience from the last our first round of this campaign. Obviously, there's some priorities that we need to make first before I go back to my regular build. So I do have a couple stuff that I wanted to move first, but then obviously we are proceeding through the storyline a lot faster uh, than before. So obviously, situation that's coming out, I had to move up a couple of items. So yeah, I mean, I would love to share my build order here. I have a couple of stuff like I have a dexterity, or I have a dodge tank build. I have a build for my monk. I have a build for my bombs, and some skills that I'm focusing on purchasing through potion making, and then also at the same time I have my moves build. So basically, or let's say finishing moves or some strategies I put in. So luckily, with the XP that the experience that we gained through that combat with the blighted mother in the caverns, I was able to purchase three things. So let's see how it comes into play. So It'll be my first time testing out, so we'll see what I can or can't do. But I'm just going for word, and I'm hoping that it will turn out turn out well. So it'll be exciting, and we'll see how it goes. So I'm learning more about my character, learning more about the system, and hopefully it comes out pretty well. So I owe it a lot to my teammates. I owe it a lot, especially my first encounter. Uh, thanks to KitKat. Thanks to Yuna that she put invisibility on my character, so I was able to leave with probably like 5 or 3 HPs remaining. So, and then obviously thank my teammates Evie and Quintus for charging in and chasing down the ant that was dragging my lifeless or my unconscious body back to its nest for feeding. And thank them for chasing it, charging in, chasing it down, and just have having having being able to kill it before uh, the ant is back in its nest, and then basically protected by its fellow workers or fellow ants that will protect it. So luckily we didn't have that situation, and we were able to get through. I get to live another day. So, but obviously, what happened in the caverns, we got close. So I kind of made it my mission just to improve my AC, improve my HP, and just sacrifice offense for the meantime, and focus on at the same time healing, creating more potions, utilizing some splash damage on my bombs as much as possible, and then hopefully join the front lines when possible. So I think I'm going to be a frontline medic. So we'll see how that comes to play. If I'm more comfortable where my AC is at, where I'm blocking my parries, which I have two, and we'll check. Hopefully, I can be very defensive with the attacks coming my way, but not hitting me. And Evie and Quintus are able to do their thing and not having to worry about low HP, while I can provide that at the front line, healing them with my actions when they need it, so that they don't have to worry about um, taking their action turns to heal. So we'll see how that comes into play. I know there's probably some rules that I don't understand. One coming up, which is attack of opportunity. So I think with me taking agile on my character creation, I'll be able to move back behind the characters, and hopefully use the heal kits to heal them, uh, and just keep their HP up while they can focus on damage. So that's kind of the gameplay I'm hoping to play as we go. So the two can do their damage. I can heal the party. Yuna can focus on her range attacks without having to utilize her illusion skills to what she did for me to help us withdraw. So hopefully my game plan will help us stay in the fight a little bit longer and focus on attacks. And hopefully my character has a high enough AC to draw some of those attacks away from Quintus and Evie, and yeah, I mean with the potions made and being able to utilize those potions on my swift action, then I don't. If I do get hit, then I don't have to worry. I can heal myself when need be if it comes low. So hopefully, yeah, that's hopefully I can present that and I can be able to purchase a little bit more heal kits. Unfortunately, I can only do 7 charges per day. So hopefully we don't have to get to that point in the battles. So that'll be my strategy from here on out while I'm focusing on defense and potion making and utilizing more of the bombs, which is why I created this character. But obviously, you know, I want to help out my teammates. It's just the character I am, and I wanted to help in the damage. But I do have 1 to 2 more builds on melee, and then with that, then my primary focus will be bomb uh, in the creation, so the bombs and potions, and just utilizing the splash damage, the AOE effect, to hit more targets than one at a time. So that's hopefully we'll see how it comes out. I mean, Lexxo, my DM sold me that it is one. It's probably one of the, the strongest late game abilities in the game. But obviously, you will have to live long enough. You gotta live all the way to Grandmaster status to experience that. So that's probably what I live for, and hopefully beefing up my character enough that we can avoid. I mean, obviously, we did have a character strong enough in our first campaign, which was Zorika, but obviously, with the situation that was created by a couple of wild magic and a couple of flaws in our character that we could not escape our environment even if we wanted to. So the only option there was to kill the entities in front of us, and obviously it really scaled a lot against us. So yeah, it was a very frustrating night back in, I believe that was in February, March, yeah, and then but yeah, we're moving on with our new characters. Obviously, our team makeup is not your typical makeup where now we really don't have a true healer or kind of a true tank. But then obviously our levels are too low. But so yeah, I mean we have quite a couple of DPS characters, and my character it's which is kind of like has all over the place. But right now, my primary focus is defense and just surviving long enough to stay in the fight and keep my companions in the fight with the potions. And so I try my very best to avoid the bloodlust in trying to provide offense and just see the satisfaction of providing aid to my teammates by keeping their HP up and and letting them enjoy doing the damage. So yeah, that is the world that had to keep reminding myself. So anywho, that is that. Thank you so much for joining me in that lengthy conversation. Like I said, there was not a lot of action in this episode, but more of role playing at the start and spending the remainder few hours to do some shopping, upgrade our characters, and keep ourselves well supplied. So we'll see how this coming Friday turns out. and that will be at 4:15 p.m. PST to 9:15. About 5 hour session, and yeah, I hope you all enjoy that. Please don't forget to like, and if you're on Facebook, like, and put a thumbs up here on YouTube. If you haven't not subscribed yet, subscribe, get the bell notification on our upcoming sessions. And if you're watching me on Twitch, don't forget to follow us well. Really, thank you so much for your time and just finding pure enjoyment on this. If you are interested to learning a little bit more, I'm also putting a blog together, which you can find there. It is there to basically put another side of have it all in one location. At the same time, I am putting a little story, a journal together through the eyes of Jade Wind. So I am still having to put episode 5 notes. So everything through the eyes of Jade Wind. So you can check that out. I still have some catching up to do, but obviously, just trying to find uh, a nice, happy time block for me that will work for me and truly dedicate myself into the content creation of this. So anywho, yeah, if you're hoping to also support, but at the same time, I'm not doing a Patreon account or asking funds, but at the same time, I always want to provide value and want to help out. You can head over here if you're more interested of having an online business or online store. I have my own on eBay, but also I'm making one to create T-shirts, hopefully, and provide some nice T-shirts on our characters or our storylines. So you can also have that made for yourself. You can get a free account. This way, you can tell your story, create your brand, and build your community. And at the same time, if you are wanting to, you know, have something to help fund your uh, your uh, your brand, at the same time, not having to worry about money out before money in, then you can head over on my link here, OM Groove, to get your free e-commerce account. You can start out for free, start putting your store together, putting your items together that they also provide, uh, and don't have to worry about uh, paying for a subscription at all, like you do through, which I do on eBay, and then I was doing on Shopify until I found this, and now I basically don't have to pay subscription, and because I upgraded, I don't even have to worry about paying the transactions fee for every time there's something offered. Hence, this is still in beta, so that's why they are doing this one-time offer uh, to for us to help kind of back them up, be a backer on their project as they hopefully bring this out with all 13 to 16 apps that they're putting together. So basically, you're not just paying for one; you're paying for 13 different apps that are at your disposal, and trust me, you are not have to pay subscription for each one. It's one subscription, 13 plus apps at your disposal or being developed at your disposal, and yeah, it really doesn't take money to create more money. Just work with what you have in the means that you have, and then soon your story, your brand will be told, and you basically can live the life that uh, you dream of living, and that's for me is like we're just playing D&D with my teammates, and hopefully being to play more, and hopefully share the world of tabletop RPG with my two kids, and that they enjoy it and share it with their friends, their classmates, and just the storytelling, the creative process, such a very important, and vital thing. I mean, it's the first step of creating, content on TV, content on stream, and whatnot. So if you don't have the creative process, if you can't dream it, then you definitely you no one will know about it. So yeah, definitely check it out, and hopefully it will help and serve you on your journey. Because hence for me, working online has given back, you know, freedom for me, where I do not have to always take overtime, and that overtime just replace my time to spend with my family. Because then obviously there's only 24 hours in the day. You're replacing one decision with another, so taking overtime means I am missing out dinner, or missing out with the kids, or missing out interacting with my family. So with that, I don't have to worry about uh, looking for overtime. At the same time, I was able to reduce my hours from 8 to 6, and not have to worry about commitments at the workplace. So basically, it gave me a little bit more freedom, a little bit more option, and reduce my stress significantly. Especially me working graveyard shifts from 3:30 a.m. to 10 a.m. Obviously, I'm paddling upstream, trying to stay healthy, and it's a very hard battle where you're always going against your body time clock, right? So yeah, I mean, like I said, if you're playing online, like what me and my teammates are doing, then you can also make an income online for yourself, and have the time freedom, the financial, or the freedom to make choices, and not having to clock in, clock out, wake up to alarm clock. That if you're feeling still tired and you're not at your very best, then you can take an extra nap to be at your very best, so that you can be your very best in front of your friends and family. So yeah, just something. Hopefully it helps you out. But in the meantime, thank you so much. Hope to see you this coming Friday, and hope you will enjoy the sessions. Definitely looking forward to trying out the new potions, trying out my new move that I'm hoping will be hopefully, but obviously I'm gonna probably gonna get a wake up call, a wake up in that. Yeah, don't get ahead of myself. That yeah, I am gonna get pretty much damaged on my roll, since I don't have any damage reduction. That I take the full blow of the hit. So we'll see. Hopefully, this bracelet of armor. They did say that it has +1 to damage reduction, so hopefully that will lessen that damage. And at the same time, I do have a skill that will help also add another 1 to the damage reduction. But hence, because we're at a certain point in our storyline, that will come at 80 more XP. So the next 40 uh, experience points will be had been moved up uh, to deal with the storyline that's coming up. Hopefully, I can get those 40 XP before the storyline comes up, or at least 20 before this certain storyline comes up. I don't want to spoil it too much. So more. Uh, the next 40 XP had to be moved down later. So basically, let's say two skills that I wanted for to increase my defense will have to be queued up. Number 3 and number 4, because I have two talents that I need to train up immediately to help prepare for an upcoming storyline. So obviously, like I said, me and my teammates have experience from our first round, so I just want to be prepared for that situation to help out and see where we can see that we can survive that encounter a little bit more. So hopefully, wish us luck that we're able to get to that, get the XP needed to get that. There are certain things that I do need to that should go up first, but hopefully I can get that through buying ingredients. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. So we do have only 135 gold coins left. So hopefully it's enough to help us stay in the game a little bit longer, not be affected by our enemies, and that hopefully it turns out we can breathe through with joys and happiness instead of survival and choices of withdrawals or running away. So which definitely is never the option for our group, but obviously we did already experience losing our first characters, so hopefully we do not want to live that experience again. So hopefully, yeah, we'll see how it plays out. Like you said, even though we went through this experience for a second time, they're never the same. So who knows what new creatures we'll encounter during our next few episodes. So anywho, once again, thank you, and hope to catch you this Friday. So after this, I'll do also a short video on more information on that e-commerce account that you can watch after. All right, wishing you all the very best. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you, and we'll catch you on Friday. Ciao.
To Groove.cm. Hi, this is Simon Liang with Groove.cm. Because hey, customers matter. That's right. After 12 months as the #1 digital marketing platform on the planet, Groove is celebrating with an all-new branding. And moving forward, we will simply be known as Groove. Don't worry though, everything you know and love about Groove and all our apps are still around, and all our brand names are here to stay. We're just moving in a slightly different direction, and after achieving tremendous results in our first year, with close to 500,000 active members, we are now focusing on making Groove the ultimate all-encompassing CRM, the best on the market. You see, we don't just build websites, landing pages, and funnels. We build relationships with our customers, with our partners, with our affiliates, with you. And yes, this is just the beginning. You will learn the absolute best ways to get started on your business, both as a Groove user and as an affiliate, earning potential commissions by simply giving away free accounts. So, if you haven't already, make sure to get all the latest updates, announcements, and training by subscribing on YouTube, liking on Facebook, joining our private community, following us on all our social media, and of course, sign up for your free lifetime account on our website. Take action now. Let me know if you have any questions, and I'll see you on the inside right here at groove.cm.